The evening has come, so we'll claim the last energy portion and then we'll call it a day. So first of all, emails. We got some extra. And then we got some more movement to claim and send. By the way, whenever you have time, just add new people, right? Because then you get more energy and you can also give others more energy. It doesn't hurt because you can use energy quite effectively based on this guide as well. Then we'll go to the usual place. It takes time until you learn all the ins and outs of where to click, but last 60 energy units. And let's use them wisely. We have two options to use them. One is that we go through the units and check these pluses, and wherever you need anything, then you just sweep. And then you level the units up. This is the safe method, because if you use this method, then we ensure that you go to battle in a prepared way. So we just move to this item. It's gonna be kind of expensive to level up, it seems. We need quite a lot of resources. So this is one of the options. The other option is that you make progress in the world. So let's see first what kind of missions we have. Unit upgrade main mission. It's not bad. It doesn't matter, the main missions will be completed along the way anyway. Let's go back to the world and we go to the regular chapter 4, and here we may finish chapter 4, we'll see, it depends. So this is a strong row, and let's also check what's going on. 3600, I think we're just pushing thin edges if we added a new formation. Oh, I could have swapped the middle two items or the middle two characters, because then we would have a bit more charging. But it, once again, we came to the battle prepared, so you see, very well prepared. Next up, we have some more things to do. Click here. I'm thinking about whether I should do this, or the alternative is that I just upgrade my units, because this first video has been an overkill so far, this first day. So both works. It's from a maintainability perspective. So whether you want to keep on investing like 3 to 4 hours into this, or you just go on autopilot, because after a while there is going to be marginal utility in pushing some of those thin edges that don't have to be pushed if you want a sustainable trajectory. Which means that every single day you move ahead and level up by investing the minimum amount of time. I think that investing a bit less time pays off in the long run. And even though there are many goodies to be had in the first week to claim a lot of extra stuff, I think that it's not the end of the world if we don't maximize everything 110%. We won't get to the top 3 anyway. We won't get to the top 5 most likely. We won't get to the top 10 fairly likely. So this means that we just maximize a sustainable experience, and sooner or later we'll get to the top 10, by the way. So the fact that we're not gonna end up in the top 10 in the first week, it's not a problem. Sooner or later, people give up, people slack off, and if you don't slack off, in that case, you're gonna get to top 5, top 3, and so on. Especially with some smart strategies. So there are quite a lot of elements in terms of strategy that many people don't know. There are a lot of things I don't know either. Maybe I do things in a bad way, but I learn along the way. So in the meantime, we're gathering this griffin. What else? Next up, we have level 412. We'll need to clear all levels until 11:15 within the first week. to maximize the rewards. But this also implies that we'll have to level up, and we'll have to also equip the characters, the units, with proper weapons. But anyway, 415 is a good enough goal for today. So this is already 413. I think we're doing a fairly good job with this formation. And we still have a huge edge. This advantage is quite clear. 20 to 30 seconds battles are enough. Okay. It's important to spend these units, energy units, because if you don't spend them, then given that you get a new energy unit per a couple of minutes, sooner or later they will be accumulated and reach the maximum of 120. When I first played, I thought that I have a lot of energy, a bit too much, and I never use it, but I had a really slow start. Here you see that we're using everything. So we need to use everything we have so that we maximize the first week's rewards. And in fact, we started on the very first day of the server. This is how we can maximize competitiveness, even with a free account. And this is also how we can maximize the rewards that we get. Because in case of a leaderboard, more diamonds go to the top. So that's why we're doing everything we possibly can to level up. Here you see that this opponent is a bit stronger than usual. We're losing our units, but it's not a problem if we lose more than 2, because here we don't really need stars. We just need to complete this. This is binary, true or false. Did we complete this mission or not? There are no stars in here. So in here, fairly even matches are worth risking as well. It doesn't even cost energy. Here is a market. Let's see what we can get. Energy portion. I'm getting the energy portion. Any extra energy helps. This doesn't make any sense for diamonds. This one doesn't make sense. And gold key, 3 gold keys, horrible deal. No. So energy portion makes sense, because if you go back to the town and go to the inventory, you see this energy portion right here. You get 60 units of energy. Obviously for 20 diamonds this pays off, because we just bought 120 energy for 50 diamonds. And this counts towards our up leveling. And in the marketplace, don't forget to pick these items up every single time you see them, especially the spell scrolls. These are the most important ones. We have more than enough gold, so you see we have more than 2 million. And the rest, I would not worry about anything else. Not even if you have a familiar unit and cheap price. Preserve the diamonds as much as you can. And here you see there is something in the roster. Unit register. Activate all. We got something, so 20 extra, it won't make much of a difference. Let's also claim whatever we have before we continue with the last level. And what else could we do? Altar. Yeah, we have another unit. It doesn't hurt sometimes to pick these up. Let's see, Dendroid Guard, we have it already. This is good news, because we have, I don't know how many, a couple of new units. So this means that if we go to the units part, here is our Dendroid. And actually we didn't have Dendroid. In the other account I had Dendroid, so it was, I was a bit confused about this. But it doesn't matter, we just invest in the Dendroid, because it's a very good unit, by the way. One of the best units for defense in the early game. Early game meaning first few days, weeks, and so on. So we're doing our upgrade ritual. And all this on the first day. So skill. I missed the Dendroid actually. And sometimes ranking up, upgrading You know, it really doesn't hurt, even if it's just a couple of extra points. Now, we're gonna go back to the world and finish this chapter. This is the last, very last stage. So then, this Dendroid should be strong, although we'll need to invest a bit more into the Dendroid to make it really strong. So I think this is gonna be a difficult one because of the demon, but we might get some help, who knows. The painful part is that this demon in the middle is gonna teleport just like in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. You know, Saron is one of the enemies, and this enemy is quite tough to deal with. It's a very good hero if you could get Saron, by the way. And here is a demon, you see, and they are kind of strong as well. But we got resurrected, and with the angel on our side, which basically maps the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 story as well. So the angels on our side are gonna help defeat this enemy. So it doesn't even matter what kind of ratings we had. And the surprising story element is completed, which means that we can claim everything we want. So Griffins came, amazing, they are not afraid anymore. Previously they were afraid. They are meant to be the key anyway for the support. And then this is, I think, the first part of the story. So you get some extra story element. We need to retake Stadvik, but it will take like several months, if not half a year, to retake it. So now we say farewell or goodbye to Catherine, and now we're gonna move on to other heroes in the meantime. But before the goodbye event, let's also claim the diamonds. And let's see the scout letter. We're missing 5 points. Pile of resources. We forgot to pick this up. There you go. Just click on the eye and pick it up, and then go back to the scout letter and claim this chest as well. Okay, so this was the 3rd level. Let's go to the underground a bit. So I think we can start chapter 4. Underground are not that story driven. Even in the original Heroes of Might and Magic game, underground work was kind of repetitive. But here you can see the edges are very thin. So let's not get involved. We might just burn energy for no reason. So we'll go back to the town, and we'll continue spending the rest of the energy based on what our units need. So this unit doesn't need anything. This unit needs a couple of wood. So we're gonna spend some energy on wood. I double it to 10, so that I have to click a bit less later, and upgrade. Next one, here we have some mercury. Okay, and we leveled up to level 25, nothing changed. Campaign is gonna be on level 26. It would be amazing to reach 26, very unlikely that we're gonna do it on day 1. It's a day 2 topic. We're gonna have a campaign every single day. So then, we reach level 25, you know what this means. A lot of extra clicks. I think I'll do some of the clicks offline. Now you know what is needed exactly. But first I'm gonna get all the extras. So for example, here we need some ore. So sweep. And here we can upgrade. We'll need to upgrade here as well. So we sweep. Okay, maybe we'll do one battle because the item we need is in here. We'll use the story hero just for variety. We could use Catherine as well. If you're used to her, feel free to use her. So we still have like double the power, so this is gonna be an easy stage. And we need the ore from here, so will have to complete this stage. Sooner or later we would have had to complete it anyway, rather sooner. Done. And I think with that we have the 5 ore that we needed. Or was it ore or was it diamonds? I think it was diamonds. Oh, and let's pick up the imp now that we're here. Yeah, it's a new unit. I'll have more clicks to do while the video is not running. It's kind of obvious what clicks there are, so I showed you countless times. We don't need to have it on camera. And then there is this item. We need to make a lot of progress in the story to make this work. Okay, next unit. So here we have a 4 point something, 4.7 item. We need to do this 5 times at least. I'm not gonna double it this time. Just make sure to level up as many units as possible. And I think with that I've burned all the energy. And this is what we should eventually do. I could have reached a bit more had I gone a bit more ahead in the story. Maybe that would help. Or with an update like this purchase. But we have a large energy portion actually. Another 60 energy. How interesting. So we can continue sweeping. This was a surprise. Maybe we'll go all the way to level 26, who knows. Maybe I could have done it a bit smarter to see whether we have more energy portion along the way. Because if we have some more energy portions and like later chapter 5, then we could have started with the campaign, which is experience level 26 topic. But now I'm not gonna invest in this. Maybe if I figure out that an energy portion was not that far, then maybe then I'll one day redo this day 1 on another server. So then we can still invest a bit, this time in ore. So sweep. And we run out of energy. Finally. So let's see where we are. 30,000 power on day 1, not bad. We ran a bit badly in terms of units. So we could have gotten an SSR already. On a previous server I got an SSR unit. Here, not yet. Don't forget to go to the guild and see no one joined. Yeah, maybe this was one of the mistakes that I made. Just make sure to quit the guild before level 50, because beyond level 50 you won't be able to rejoin another guild before 24 hours. So you have to wait 24 hours. I sent out a recruitment message just in case. It's gonna be hard to gain traction, but as my hero gains popularity, people may want to join me sooner or later. Collect the rewards. That never hurts. I think every day after 21 PM, so 2100 at 9 PM, you get the rewards. And there is nothing to claim, we don't even have teammates. Maybe we can check the adventure, what's going on. We have like 6 steps to make. So we'll get some resources. We claim whatever we can. Yeah, this also helps in the main story. And we're looking for obelisks, by the way. We haven't found any obelisks. As far as I know, they are kind of random. Although I didn't drive the story myself, I hardly ever found any obelisks. Here, let's see if we can claim anything. Yeah, level 25 reward. And this means we get a GOG. Not a bad unit either. It's a very good damage dealing ranged unit. And here, interestingly enough, we cannot claim anything. Maybe next time. So energy has been administrated. To get the final score, we can activate the unit register. And we also won some missions. So you see on the bottom right, there is this red that we can get even more diamonds. Don't worry, we can spend 20,000-30,000 diamonds in a day, or if it's worth it. And we have our only hero. We upgrade the spell as much as possible, and this is very good because we can still spend more scrolls, and with the second hero quite soon we're gonna do it, and we only need 5 tokens. If we have universal tokens, in that case we could use the universal tokens to level Catherine up, but I don't recommend it because Catherine is kind of easy to get, at least the shards. So in the chat we have our recruiting members. I renamed the team name from Alpha to Traders. I went with Alpha because in the previous server they were the most successful team, but here, you know, I changed it to Traders. Why? Because the Dune 2 movie is coming, maybe some people like it, and I was called an Emperor anyway, although I could change the name to Emperor Shaddam or something, and then people may recognize the story and relate to it emotionally a bit more than in other cases or with other teams. Okay, we're making some progress with the upgrades, not that much, and I still do the level up here and now, not because it's hard or anything, but to see what the final score is for the day. So I changed my mind, we're gonna do this on screen. So all the units, we have quite a few units. After one day, this is surprisingly good. So then, level up. We would see the rank up if we had any rank up events. Oh, and here we can level up once, because we get enough resources. And here we have a rank up option, and we're going all the way from level 1, so it takes quite a lot. So I'll do it a bit fast. So click as long as I can, and we'll have 2 upgrades plus a skill upgrade. That's not bad either. Yeah, rank up. We even get a 2nd star. Very good. And a 3rd star as well. This is a fast level up. And a skill activation. This was useful. Next, I'll first do the rank up. Order shouldn't matter, by the way. If you think that the order matters and you can prove it, in that case write it in the chat. So if you learned something new, write it in the chat as well. And by the way, if you want me to analyze any game that you think is worth analyzing, also write it in the chat. And don't forget to press like, I forgot to say it throughout the whole session. Now, we have one more. And we'll do all the level ups. You see, we have enough unit experience to level up. It's not a limiting factor because of the 2 events that are on the top left of the screen. The Dwarven event and the other one, the Crypt. The Dwarven is for gold and the Crypt is for unit experience. And I think we have enough units now to fill the whole Crypt. I should have done the Crypt and the Dwarven event now. So if I could apply some constructive criticism on my performance, 31,200, then I could have done this on the gate here. And actually I still have a Crypt event, I almost forgot it. Now let's do the battle, because I was smart back in the days, I just forgot it. Because I have now this damage dealing GOG. And now we have 7 units, and we'll be able to deal a lot more damage than before. So this is 45 more seconds with double speed, or 4x speed, it's even less. And we'll have a new record. Unfortunately, these enemies are immune to spells. So this means that we die quite fast, quite quickly. So the previous record was 1.28, now it's 2 point something, 1 extra wave and a lot of extra damage. This was worth it. And let's see where we are. My rank is 2 right now on the whole server near the end of the day. Just think about it. this was horrible on my end to do it, not to do it in the end. We'll need to do it in the end. But this conflicts with the missions because you want to get done with the missions as fast as possible. And then if you do this at the beginning of the day on the first week, then it matters because on the very first week it's a clean slate. And you see how well we did during these first events. So I think I can call it a day. Maybe I'll do some administration offline in terms of getting or advertising guild members. And let's see in the marketplace, can I buy anything? Refresh time 5. Yeah, I will be asleep by then, so next time it's gonna be the second day when I'm gonna buy anything from the store. Okay, that was the first day. Look at how much we added. So a lot of people pay more than $100 not to get what we got in the first day, but for our first week experience. And then you'll have a lot of ammunition, a lot of things to deal with. You can check your performance, the leaderboard. We are 24 in the whole, 4th in the whole server. The units are not that good because I didn't spend anything whatsoever. 15th for heroes. Our guild is 3rd. Unfortunately, there is this Eclipse guild and they took all the people. Maybe there was some cartelling or something. Or maybe they had some connections from other servers and they could become the best with just a few people. That's not a bad idea to do either. So stars 32, this means the completed mission. 32nd, 183 in total. Artifacts and machine. If I could change one thing, maybe I would upgrade the units just a bit less, and I would see if I could get any experience potion in future missions. We'll see this tomorrow if we get anything. Most likely not, but if we do, then that would be one improvement suggestion. Okay, that was it for a first day. It was a very long one. We'll continue on the second day.